Hi to everyone. In this video, I want to discuss about from your childhood you are going to be a failure in many competitive exams and you failed many times in your life, but again you are going to be failed in many exams again. But the failure will never give the pain. Sometimes it will give the pain, but if you are in the criticism. So in this video, I want to discuss about the what the difference between a failure and the criticism. So failure, first I want to discuss about the failure. So failure, generally we generally what we consider as a failure if we write any competitive exams, or if we are doing any works. So if your work is not going to be perfect, if your work is not going to be perfect, and if your exam is going to be fail, and if competitive exam we are not getting a pass, like this we consider as an failures in our life. If the business is going to be lost, that's also one a failure generally in the business purpose. So in the life you are going to be, you are very high and you're just your stock market, in the stock market generally the levels is going to be grow in your stock market which you invested your money. This kind of the things we feel generally as a failures, but we learn from the failures. But we learn from the failures, and generally we are generally analyzing the things what I did the mistakes in that failure. So what I should do for the next, we did this mistake and we did this mistake. We just analyzing that everything of the what the purpose of that failure, and what did we did mistake in that those things, and we realizing ourselves. This is a failure, but it gives less pain compared to the criticism. But criticism is one of the kindest emotion which makes you to be not to grow in your life. It's a very painful emotion compared to the failure. So failure, we are learning from the mistakes and we are going to be move forward, but criticism, like not like that. We are day by day we are criticizing ourselves, and you are criticizing things what if you did in the past mistakes, what you did, and you did in something if you are disturbed by some others, and you are just blaming to them, and you are criticizing daily in this situation. So this criticism always day by day is going to be increased if you think about the past what you did, and you are criticizing yourself daily, and it will give a more pain to your body, and it will, your emotion is going to be grow more and more, and it gives a more pain compared to the failure. So criticism is a very hardest emotion which makes you to be not to grow in your life, and it gives a more pain compared to the failures. So failure, we are going to be learn from the failures, and we are not doing the same mistakes for to get success in our life. But criticism is not like that. Criticism is a which is makes you to be not to wake up your soul, and it makes you be not to grow in your career. So you should analyze the process what is going to be your, why you are criticizing yourself, and why the pain is going to be coming in day by day, and why it's growing, why I am blaming to others, and why what the situation makes me to blame to the people, and why because of him why I'm criticizing myself. Because of him my life is totally lost, and because of him I just went away. This, like, we are criticizing ourselves day by day. So this kind of the emotion which makes you to not to grow in our career. So you should avoid these situations whenever you are in the growing in your career. So as much as possible you are going to be waste your valuable time. So see, we already know life comes only once, and time will also come only once. So lifetime has the fight is between the life and the time. So we should fight with the time, not with anybody, and the competition should ourselves. So if we compare both the failures and the criticism will give a more pain compared to the failure. Failure, I told already, failure we learn from the failure, and we are just going to be move on and going to move forward. But criticism is a daily, it will come in our like a kind of emotion which makes you not to grow in your career, and you are unable to do any work, and you are unable to move forward. So this is about the criticism. So criticism is a more painful compared to the failure. So as much as possible, if you want to avoid the criticism, you should follow these tips. So first of all, write it on a notes why you are criticizing, and because of him why you disturbed your mind, and what is the distractions you have, why you are unable to focus on studies, or why you are unable to focus on work, what are the things you are doing in the mistakes. So you just analyze all the things, why the pain is coming to me, what's the problem of that pain, why, because of this. In the universe, every problem there is a solution. You should analyze it yourself. Nobody will come and teach you, nobody will come and you wake up your soul until you get yourself to be motivated. So as much as possible, recognize yourself, why you are criticizing, what's the purpose of that reason, a particular reason. It's a gut reason to is there, why I am blaming others. Why? Because of you are going to, if you criticize yourself, you are going to be lose a lot of opportunities, and you are going to be lose a lot of responsibilities also. You are forgetting about the responsibilities, you will forget about the goal what you have in our career, you forget about the works what you want to do in a career. This like things you are going to be forgot, and generally you will lose your confidence also. So if you are criticizing yourself, so don't be criticized. As much as possible, recognize your mistakes and recognize your why you are criticizing, and you should write it on your notes, and as much as possible avoid the criticism. So failure is nothing but, you know, it's going to be a first attempt in learning. We are know already, it will never give a pain. Just a failure and success are the part of our life, it's not a permanent. But criticism is a very, is going to be sometimes permanent way, because of people may criticize nearly a year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years, is not we say. So because of criticism you are going to be lose your career. So as much as possible avoid the criticism and write it on your notes why you are, you should have a solid reason for the criticism. So criticism is nothing but which not to grow in our career. So as much as possible avoid the criticism. So in this video I spoke about what the difference between the failure and the criticism, and about some of the tips which I told to avoid the criticism. So thank you for watching this video. Have a good day.